I'm writing a rhetorical analysis paper on abortion for English 1101. I would first start by finding two, well, two history sources like to back up my topic. So I would go to the library website first to find um, like a educated article on it about abortion, and I'll type in what I want to know about abortion, so the history of it. History of abortion. I'm just looking for any scholarly articles on it. I'm scrolling down to see, um, well, I know that I want to find like how abortion was first seen in the public's eyes, like when it first became what it is. So I'm going to look up the famous case I know, Roe versus Wade, and get the whole background on how it went down. So I'm scrolling to find an article that really backs it up. Wade. I typed in Roe versus Wade. I'm going to add case to it so I know that's the only thing I'm looking for. And I'm clicking on the first one because it meets the needs. I'm going to open a Word document so I can copy and paste each one of my links as I go. So when I do start my paper, I'm able to just click on it and say, this is the source that I found in the beginning. I want to scroll down to make sure it's giving a full detailed background on the history. So I'm going to copy and paste this link. Once it finishes loading, I'm going to go to Word. And that's my first link. I'm just going to just title it Roe v. Wade so I know which one that is. And go back to the library. Now I want to find a non-scholarly article to see how society views it now in history. So I'm going to go to Google, and then I can type in society's views on abortion. Perfect article came up, New York Times, a public opinion on abortion. And it just states, I want to make sure that it's not being biased, siding with pro-life or pro-choice, and it's just stating how people see it in everyday life. And it does. So I'm going to copy and paste this. Now I have, let me say, society's views. So now that I have two history articles backing up my topic from different viewpoints, I'm going to go back to Google and I'm going to now start looking for a strong pro-life argument and a strong pro-choice argument. So I can later on talk about the differences and their opinions. So type in pro-life articles. I want one that really has a strong punch to it. I'm going to try to stray away from New York Times, so I'm going to get Huffington Post this time. And I just want to read the titles here. Republicans, you're not pro-life, you're hypocrites. This one right here is a very, he's calling him hypocrites, so he's strongly passionate about it. Now I'm going to copy and paste this article. Same to Word. Now I'm going to say what it is so I remember what it is. You're not pro-life, so he's calling them hypocrites, so go back to Word. Publican. Correct my spelling. So now that I've found an article on one viewpoint, I want to find an article on the very opposite scale of that. So pro-choice. Here's one. Pro-choice is a sacred choice. This is a personal experience with abortion. So, and she's saying that it's very helpful for women to have that choice. So this is a very good article. Same thing. Post it to Word. And she is pro-choice. So now that I have my history, so that my readers will understand where the abortion, how it's viewed in the public eye, I have an article talking about against it. So I'm gonna take that, break it apart to see how the author said certain things, use certain words to persuade his audience why it should be illegal. And then I have another article pro-choice, so I can take pieces of her article and talk about how it should be a choice. I'm keeping my opinion totally out of it. I'm just stating theirs. And that concludes my research.